Hello, everybody. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to a new episode of my podcast, The Volleyball Insider, here from Mexico City, the largest city in the world. My name is Alejandro Castillo. You can find me on social media as Plus Volleyball and Mr. Volleyball. And well, today in the episode 305, it's a pleasure for me to receive a very known character in volleyball in other sports, but in volleyball is very known, and I love his job with the beach balls with Toby Rudy creating all the music we know in volleyball and beach volleyball. For example, Here Comes the Boom, Super Spike, Monster Block. The first time I heard Monster Block, I thought, well, only a genius can elaborate this thing of the Monster Block, the VNL theme, etc. So it's a pleasure for me to welcome Michael Staribacher, aka DJ Stari from Vienna, Austria. Welcome, Michael, and it's an honor to have you here in the show.
Thank you. Buenas tardes. And the honor is on my side. It's a pleasure to be here in your podcast.
No, thanks a lot, Michael. I know, well, we talked, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. You were working very, very hard in Thailand in the women's World Championship of volleyball. Now, in a couple, in a few hours, we will witness the semifinals of the men's volleyball World Championship for European teams.
Absolutely crazy what's going on there. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Rocco Sikiric is very crazy. He yesterday I learned that 59 years ago happened this four semifinalists
Yeah.
for the World Championship.
Particularly who is in the semifinal. I mean, Bulgaria and Czechia, I'm sure not many people thought about that. And France and Brazil out, Germany out, Japan out. It's a crazy world championships. It will
Cuba
be
out,
very exciting.
Cuba
Yeah.
out, USA out, Slovenia out. Very big teams, very big names.
Yeah.
Well,
But I will watch it tomorrow, definitely.
for sure we will. Well, thanks again, Michael, for being here. It's an honor for me. I have hosted in the past another DJs like my very good friend Jeremy Ruche, DJ Ruche. And next week I will host here Tony Rojas, who we know him very, very well here in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, I know them. I know both of them for a very long time because we've been to several Olympics together. So yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, Michael. And well, you are Austrian. You live you were born and live in Austria your life, I can assume.
Yes, I am born and raised in Vienna, Austria, and I still live here. Yeah, but I travel a lot, so I don't really spend very much time at home in my city.
Okay. Well, Michael, please share with us about your beginnings in sport. You know, if you have practiced some sport in during your youth, and how was the involvement of doing sports with DJing that I think in the recent years has become a very, very important part of pro sports. We in Mexico, we are very close to the American market, so it's pretty common hearing this mix of music and sport in baseball or football and hockey. But what about you in Austria and this involvement between sports and music?
Yeah, I mean, I started a very long time ago, about when I think back, more than 23 years ago, in beach volleyball. So I definitely come from beach volleyball. I worked in beach volleyball a long time before I switched to indoor volleyball or before I added beach volleyball. And it was, I'm pretty sure you can remember the tournament in Klagenfurt, Austria, the beach volleyball tournament.
Yeah, right.
Which was for a very long time sort of signature event in beach volleyball worldwide. Beautiful setting on the lake and many VIPs, great atmosphere. It was a real hype for a very long time. and that's how I came into volleyball. Actually, I was a DJ before, a club DJ, a party DJ, and um, for this beach volleyball tournament in Klagenfurt, one day they needed a DJ, and so I got into this. Um, I had of course some connection to volleyball before. I played volleyball in school, and I always loved the sport. But yeah, I started with beach volleyball back in the old days, more than 20 years ago, with my MC partner, or my old MC partner, Tom Bleumauer. I still work together with him in Gstaad in Switzerland, for example. And a little bit later, Toby Rudig and Flo Rudig joined our team. And back in 2004, FIVB asked Tom and me if we want to go to the Olympics. And our answer was pretty clear. Of course, we wanted to go to the Olympics. And we started to develop it a little bit more with the years. I also went to Beijing 2008. And for Rio 2016, I switched to indoor. Some people at FIVB, they wanted to create a special feeling, or to, let's say, they wanted to adapt indoor volleyball and bring the beach volleyball style to indoor volleyball arenas. And I think that worked pretty well.
Amazing. Let's go back a little in years. You play volleyball, but in an amateur level or semi-pro?
Yes, in school, just for 2 years. That was I was not a big volleyball player.
It's not so big volleyball in Austria. I can imagine.
Beach volleyball is very big. Indoor volleyball, indeed, it's not. I mean, we are not a top 30, top 40 nation, but for the women, we are now. They will be part of the European Championships next year, which is a great achievement for this team, and I'm very happy about that.
I know that a couple of Mexican players have played there in Austria.
Okay, I did not know about that, but I know
Yeah.
some players from the national women's team in Mexico, and also the head coach Nicola Negro. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah, Nicola Negro is a
Yeah,
very nice guy.
absolutely.
He just ended his third season in the national team of Mexico
And
last
he's
week.
doing a great job, I think. Very great job.
Yeah, and he's going to Italy, to Chieri, after
Yes,
spending almost 6 or 7 years in Brazil with Mina.
yes.
He's going to Italy. I can assume he's very, very happy to be in Italian soil.
To be honest, I don't know if he's happy. I did not talk about that with him. I think he was also happy in Minas. He, by the way, he lives only a few hours drive away from Vienna, so in northern Italy, in Jesolo, so not far away. Yeah.
And Michael, about the music, that was it was first music or first volleyball, and did you start of have always worked as a sport DJ or start as a club DJ, and how was this evolution for you?
I started as a club DJ, so I mean, it was a long time, and I had a lot of time to improve myself. So when I came into sport, because these are two completely different things, completely different. When I'm in the club or at parties, it's actually another discipline of DJing. You have another technical setup. I use other devices. I use even a different software. It's completely different. Sports DJing is it's not about the transitions and mixing. It's more about being fast, reacting, understanding the sport, understanding the game, and understanding in which phase of the game we are. At the beginning of a volleyball match is, of course, not as exciting as the end of a set. And you have to go with the flow. You can create fantastic atmosphere at sport events, but of course, the impulse has to come from the game, has to come from the players, from the field of play, and the music can add emotions and can transport that feeling for the spectators.
Yeah, I have been also, I try to be a sport DJ here in Mexico. I have worked with the National Federation in a couple of continental championships and a couple of world championships. 4 years ago in the women's under 21, 3 years ago in the, no, sorry, 4 years ago in the under 18. It was a different name. And 2 years ago in the under 21 here in Mexico. So with working a lot with the music you created, FIVB send us the files, and obviously I'm far from being Toby Rudig or Jeremy Rocher or GJ Stari, but yeah, I understand you very well. It's a very interesting element of the show, of the sport, and it creates a very, very different atmosphere with the crowds.
Yes, it's also you have to prepare yourself much better as a sports DJ than as a club DJ. Your library has to be big because, for example, for international sport events, you will have many different nations who participate. So it also makes sense to have a lot of music from these nations. So you have to do a lot of research about music, and working as a sports DJ is actually 90% is here in the brain. You have to follow the game, and you have to have some good ideas for the moment, and you have to deliver these ideas very fast because most of the time you have less than 1 second to react. And that's very challenging. And it's also, for example, in Thailand, I had at the World Championships, Women's World Championships now, just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I had very long days. Actually, only 2 games, which is not so much. In Paris, for example, for the Olympics, I did up to 4 games per day. In Rio, for the Olympics, I did up to 6 games per day. That's crazy. But you are really tired after such an event day. And in beach volleyball, it's the same because you have 10 games or 12 games on the center court. This is really challenging. You have to be focused on the game all the time, very concentrated. And yeah, it's challenging.
Yeah, well, a lot of people thinks it's pretty easy. It's just a little thing. A little people, sorry, thinks that it's just a matter of pushing play and stop and play and stop, and it's a little harder than that. Do you agree?
Well, of course you can do it like that. You can play any song, then it's easy. Yeah, when you play any song, any sound in between rallies, it's easy. But when your music selection should make sense, and people should realize that the DJ is also thinking a little bit about what he's playing. So playing the right music at the right moment. This is much more difficult. Playing any music is easy, but play the right music at the right moment is, of course, needs some experience and also some preparation.
Michael, and beyond the obvious, I mean, the obvious for me, for a sporting event of music, you can think about the YMCA of Village People, or you can think on AC/DC, Metallica. I'm talking about American sports, but which kind of music, which songs do you think have the more impact in the world stage?
Of these songs, or in volleyball especially?
Maybe we can talk in volleyball.
In volleyball especially, I would say Monster Block is a big hit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but talking about, sorry, special songs or special artists or special genres, which are the most enjoyed by the crowd?
Well, it depends. I would say um, the base or yeah the the fundament of volleyball music selection is actually electronic music, fast music, but it would be boring just to play one genre. So the mix is important. Play some rock songs, play some old stuff, some new stuff. People appreciate that. Um, and but yeah, hard beats, especially when the game is dramatic in the end and is tight, and there's a lot of drama on the court going on. Then, of course, hard electronic beats are a good selection. Yeah.
Yeah. And talking about the different crowds in different countries or different continents, uh, how can you describe, if it's possible, the difference between the American events or American crowds, European events or crowds, Asian sports or crowds? What are the main difference and what are the main common things between them?
Uh, Quite difficult. I would say Europeans are usually, I mean, for example, when I look back at the Paris Olympics, we had a lot of spectators from all the European countries, Italians, Serbians, Turkish people, France, of course, French people, Dutch people. So I would say they are very open for entertainment and very engaged all the time. Um, in Asia, of course, their culture and their mindset is a little different. People are more reserved there. For example, in Japan, yeah, it's a big thing to ask them to dance or to clap their hands or whatever. It's a big thing because in the past they were not used to it. And as I said, Asian people are a little more reserved, a little more calm. And but of course they also love it and it's possible to engage them. In South America the people are so or in Latin America in general, the people are so happy and so positive when they come to sport events. For example, I had a great time at the Pan American Games in Chile in Santiago 2023. Everybody in this arena was so nice. And I can also say that about Mexico. I had a tennis event last year in Mexico, and I will come back in February, next February.
In
It's always
Acapulco.
great in
In Acapulco.
Guadalajara.
Ah, Guadalajara.
Guadalajara. It's Ultimate Tennis Showdown. It's a special format. It's not ATP. It's more
Oh,
a show format, which actually uses the volleyball style of entertainment. So music in between rallies,
oh
but
yeah,
we
yeah,
have some of the top 10 players in the world. So if you're available, come to Guadalajara in February.
yeah, yeah. I will try for sure. And talking
And
about
in yeah, and and
tell me,
and
tell me.
in USA, I think in the USA, it's sometimes it can be a little more difficult because in the USA, sports entertainment is very much scripted. You know, everything has to be prepared in advance. There is not much room for spontaneous reactions, and some people in the US, some fans, also don't want that. They don't want that somebody tells them stand up and wave your
Yeah,
hands left,
that's right.
right. They just wanna do their own stuff. So that can be difficult, but I'm pretty sure, for example, for the next Olympics in Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure also the American fans will be crazy.
Have you been in VNL in USA or Canada?
No, not yet. I was in the USA with beach volleyball, in Canada as well. Yeah, but not for indoor volleyball so far.
But they're a difficult crowd, right?
Um, we will see. We will see. I don't know. I cannot tell you.
And talking about the different kinds of people and fans, um, which nationality or region are the most are the people who loves more to party?
Oh, many of them actually. I would say Brazilians,
Yeah,
French people.
yeah,
In Asia, Thailand is. is very popular for that, or very famous for being very happy and having good parties. Um, but also Turkish people or Italians, for example. Yeah.
Great. At this moment, which event, especially maybe volleyball or maybe another sport, have you enjoyed the most, or have been more decisive for you in your career? Can you say? Can you name one or two?
Um, yeah, I would say Rio Olympics 2016. In beach volleyball, the World Championships in Vienna 2017. Um, but apart from that, which is maybe a little bit unusual for me personally, very important were the so-called Rimini bubble back in 2021. It was the
Oh yeah,
Volleyball Nations League, which
I
was
remember well.
completely played in a bubble.
Yeah,
And it was a crazy time. It was very different because there were no fans, no media. There were only players and the people who worked there. Um, and so I knew I had to adapt myself a little bit or adjust myself a little bit because when there are no fans, it's difficult to create a great atmosphere in the arena. So I knew this will be first of all for TV spectators around the world, and that's why I started to research a lot of international music, much more than before, and I really tried to for example, when there was a game between Germany and Italy, I really tried that for most parts of the game. Play a German song when Germany scores, play an Italian song when Italy scores, which is a lot of work because you have to look on your screen all the time, and it's stressful. It's stressful when you do it like that. But that worked pretty well. People on social media were going crazy all around the world. They had a lot of time to watch volleyball, and so this was a special experience for me, a special event because that was also an event where I had the possibility to meet a lot of players and coaches I did not know before so well. And it was the starting point for some good friendships, and I really enjoyed it. And I love to think back about this Rimini bubble. And it's funny, even it was more or less a sad time because of the pandemic. Still, many people, many players and coaches still talk about that time because it was a great event. And in the same time, of course, in the same year, of course, we had the Tokyo Olympics, which was basically the same. So the summer of 2021 was very special for me.
yeah, I remember very well the Rimini event because at that time I made a very I made like two or three podcast live with Mark Lebedew and the referees and Clayton Lucas, who has been here in the show like three times, and it was pretty weird, because there was no people. It was very very different.
Yes, yes, but it was yeah, it was a special experience. But I still love to think back of that time actually.
Yeah. And talking in special of Tokyo Olympics and Rimini, I think maybe we didn't realize the importance of the crowds in a sporting event. Maybe in sometimes we think we took it for default. There has to be crowd, but in these two events, how difficult you mentioned something, but how different it is and how important is the presence of people and crowds in the stands to interact with the players and with the crowds in streaming in TV around the world.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we want to have spectators and as many as possible in each stadium. A full arena is something you cannot replace. A full arena in sports is the thing you need. But still, what I tried back in 2021 to replace the crowd atmosphere, so the noise that comes from the fans usually I try to replace with music. And I think at least for the fans who saw the matches on TV, the music was really important in this case. Imagine there was no music, it would have been really boring and sad. Yeah, so this was a great time for me to show what I can actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Michael, besides volleyball and beach volleyball, which other sports do you work in, and which other sports do you enjoy the most?
I work in many sports. I work in volleyball and beach volleyball. These are volleyball is definitely my number one. But also a lot in basketball and 3x3 basketball, and in tennis, in American football, in alpine skiing, sometimes in Formula One, in rugby. So a lot of different stuff, a lot.
Wow. How many?
But
Come on,
the
come on,
difference is, yeah. Tell me,
come on, come on.
what is it?
No, you
Okay.
tell me.
Yeah. The difference is volleyball is simply perfect for sports entertainment. It's simply perfect because you have these short rallies, and then you have like 10 seconds to engage the fans with music. And you don't have that in many sports. In basketball, for example, you don't know when there is the next break. In volleyball, you know it, and you can prepare it. You can have your own rhythm for your work. This is very special, and volleyball is really the perfect sport for crowd engagement and for sports entertainment.
Yeah, because you have a lot of interruptions. You have the time between sets. It's 3 minutes. You have the warm-up session. I think I agree with you. It's a perfect sport for that.
Yes, I think for sports entertainment, it's the number one sport. Yeah.
And Michael, how many countries did you visit working as a sporting DJ?
Oh, I don't know. Not even
50,
close.
60?
Uh, Maybe, I don't know, maybe around 40. I have no idea. I would need to count. I really don't know.
You have homework to do.
Pardon?
You have homework to do.
Yeah, yeah. I can try to find out.
Michael, please tell us something about the origin and the evolution of the beach balls.
The beach balls is actually it was it is a project, or it was a project. I don't know if we will release some stuff in the future. A project by Toby Rudig and me. It was about 10 years ago when we started to do more and more music productions, especially customized for beach volleyball and volleyball. So we just wanted to have some kind of brand name, project name for that, and it was the Beach Balls. Yeah.
Guys, you can find the Beach Balls music on Apple Music.
Apple Music, on all streaming platforms, Spotify, whatever. Yeah. We never released the Monster Block, for example, but Here Comes the Boom is a remix version on Spotify, and also the VNL theme song. And I just released for the Women's World Championships in Bangkok some kind of pump up song, hype song. It's called Bangkok Put Your Hands Up. It was fun to play it in Bangkok.
How was, Michael, the development, or how come the idea of a Monster Block? I told you a few minutes ago that when the first time I heard Monster Block, I thought myself, only a genius can invent this track of like a Monster Block. Is the perfect song for a moment in volleyball. I think is one of the more spectaculars. A block who goes from the right straight from the hand to the floor, and especially if it's a back row attack and the block goes to the floor, I think is one of the most spectacular actions in volleyball.
It is, and you can, most of the time you can not only see it, you can also hear it.
Yeah, right.
A Monster Block is a Monster Block. You can't beat that. And it was not so difficult to create the music or to have the idea. We had the choreography already going on for 12 years at beach volleyball events. We started with it was just a loop, a sample of a German rap song. Actually, it was called "Mein Block, Mein Block, Mein
Mind
Block,"
block.
and "Mein Block, Mein Block, Mein
Yeah,
Block."
I
So
remember that,
we
especially in beach volleyball, mind block.
yes, yes, and we started with that. I think it was 2004. And so the choreography was already there, and I also knew about the beat, about the tempo. So this was Monster Block was not difficult. I just did not know back then. We produced it for Rio 2016 because FIVB, the leaders actually of FIVB, Fabio Acevedo and Fernando Lima and Guido Betti, they approached us to have some new stuff and to get the crowd involved for special moments. So we created these big moments: Monster Block, Super Spike, Ace, Mega Rally or Great Rally or whatever.
Yeah.
Set point, match point, and we wanted to have music for each of them. And I just did not know how these jingles will grow, and I could not imagine that it will be used 9 years later all around the world. I did not think about that back then.
Yeah, it's a full set of jingles. How many do you think maybe are like 10, 12, 15?
I produced much more, but you mean the one that is officially provided by
Yeah,
by Volleyball World?
yeah, yeah.
A little bit more than 10, probably. Yeah, yeah.
Are you guys thinking in which jingles will replace replace eventually the Monster Box, the Super Spike?
I think the Monster Block will not be replaced. We just can add, and I did that this season, by the way. I created another or two different block songs, which is, there are many blocks, and it's always tough to decide, is it a Monster Block or not.
Yeah.
This is usually done by DMC and by me, so we need to make a decision within half a second. But there are a lot of blocks during the match. Not every block is a monster block.
Yeah, that's right.
So we also need more block songs, actually, and I made some new for this season.
Perfect, amazing. Please share. I know that you are very, very proud of Austria, of course, of Vienna. Even you developed a song about Vienna. I can imagine it was for the beach volleyball world championships. Tell us about a little more about Vienna and Austria.
Exactly. The song is called Like a V, and V is
Mhm.
for Vienna.
Yeah.
And the idea was, it says, raise your hands like a V, like a V, like a V, 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 Vienna, put your hands together, clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
That worked pretty well. It was a hit song for beach volleyball fans in Austria, or the hit song at the World Championships. So I also wanted to release it, and I released it the next summer. Yeah, I think it was a good idea, especially the choreography, and it's a good song to use for sport events in Vienna. Also, some sport clubs in Vienna use it for their home games.
I remember perfectly that World Championship, the venue built in an island in the middle of the river. I mean, it was spectacular.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was, in my opinion, but okay, I'm not neutral in this case,
Mhm.
but in my opinion, 2017 was really the best world championships in beach volleyball so
I do
far.
agree with you. I do agree with you.
Yeah. The venue was amazing. It was I think 11,000 or 12,000 seat stadium, and it was on Danube Island in the middle of Vienna, actually on the river. Sorry.
No problem.
So a beautiful summer setting, and it was more like a big festival. And we were lucky because the Austrian men's team, Clemens Doppler and Alex Horst, they reached the gold medal match, which was an absolute sensation. Unfortunately, they lost against Evandro and Andre.
Yeah.
Evandro with four aces, turning around the first set. It hurt. It still hurts. Um, but of course, that was perfect for us because on Sunday, on this final Sunday, uh, there were around 25,000 people waiting before 8 a.m. in the morning. There are still some pictures of this. It was crazy. They were waiting for the entrance because part of the stadium was with free admission. So they didn't have to pay, but they had to queue in. And there were really 25,000 people waiting in the early morning hours. It was it was fantastic, and I still have goosebumps when I think back about the World Championships in Vienna.
Great. And also, Michael, I know you have a special taste for Thailand. How special is Thailand for you personally and in your career and in your involvement, especially with the volleyball women's team?
Yeah, I would say I have a special connection with two countries, Brazil and Thailand. Thailand is very special for me. It became something like a second home for me. I spend a lot of time there, actually, every year, like 3 months, 4 months, a lot of time. And I studied there a long time ago at Bangkok University. Was an amazing time, and I will always come back there. And maybe one day I will live there. I love this country so much, and I'm very happy. It's a privilege that I'm also able to work there and to get in touch with the amazing volleyball fans there. The people in Thailand are crazy for volleyball. It's definitely number two sport after football. In women, absolute number one. Volleyball is absolute number one. You will realize that when you are in Bangkok or wherever in the country and just walk in the streets and have a look into restaurants or bars and there is a TV, most of them will show volleyball all day, all day. Volleyball is so popular in Thailand. And it's a very special feeling. They do not only come to support their own team, they come for all the other teams into the stadium, and they support all the teams. They are crazy for Japan, for Brazil, for Turkey, for Poland. It's really very special to be there.
A little different than what we are seeing right now in Philippines. It's a little sad that not a lot of people is going there versus Thailand.
To be honest, I'm not there, and I don't know much about the World Championships in the Philippines. Yes, I saw that the stadiums are not full, but you have to think about one fact: these are huge indoor arenas there. The arena where they are playing now has more than 20,000 seats.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to fill it up probably for any sport. I heard what I heard is that the ticket prices were pretty high for Filipino people, of course. So I think what they did now is to reduce the price a little bit, and I hope that the semifinals and the gold medal match and bronze medal match will be really full, and the attendance will be great. I don't
Yeah.
more. I cannot say more. I don't know about
Mhm.
the Philippines at the
Yeah, in a
moment.
few hours we will witness the semifinals, Bulgaria versus Czechia and Poland versus Italy. Do you have any odds about these games?
It's really difficult. I mean, unfortunately, it was the same in the women's competition. The seeding system leads us to the situation that more or less the semifinal is like a real gold medal
Yeah,
match,
yeah,
actually. That's because of the fact that the home team is seeded on number one.
Yep.
when they compile the pools. That's why number 2 and number 3. So actually, number 1 in the world ranking and number 2 in the world ranking will already meet in the semifinal, which is a little sad, but it is as it is. We had that in Thailand with Brazil versus Italy in the semifinal. Now we have Poland versus Italy in the semifinal. My guess is, of course, the logical thing would be that whoever wins Italy versus Poland will also win the gold medal match. But I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Czech Republic, Czechia, as the new world championship. As I said before, it's really crazy what's going on there right now. The big favorite for me for the gold medal is of course Poland. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Italy, the current champions, Poland, the champions in 14 and 18, but not a lot of people remember that Czechoslovakia was 3 or 4 times world champion, and Poland in the 60s. I mean,
yes, but I mean that's
different country.
Czechoslovakia. That's I think 50 or 60 years ago. So yeah, this time it's a big surprise.
Yeah, I have a question from a very good friend here in Mexico, a sport photographer. Jose Gil Ramirez says, Michael, who are your most admired female and male player nowadays?
What was the question?
Most admired female and male players nowadays.
I would say Gabi is the mega star of this sport at the moment. You can, because she is the one who is really known everywhere around the globe. In no matter if it's in America, in Europe, or in Asia.
People in Thailand went crazy with Gabi.
Yeah, but that's because she is a very special person. You know, she's not playing a role. She's absolutely natural. She is as she is, and she's the perfect athlete. She is so talented. She's not the tallest player, but her jumping power is extreme. Her speed is extreme. She's a complete volleyball player. She's a great defender, a great attacker. She's even good in block, and I'm pretty sure she would also be an exceptional setter. So she's fantastic. And even more than her volleyball skills, I admire her for her leading skills and how she treats people, how she talks to media, how she treats the fans. She is fantastic. She's also a friend of mine. I absolutely love this player. She's absolutely admirable.
And you can name a male player?
For the man, it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, I love Erwin Engarbet. But I wouldn't say that he is the most popular player in the world. I don't think so, because he's also some kind of thought terrible on the court sometimes. Maybe the Japanese players are really they also have this status like Gabi, Yuki Ishikawa or Nishida. They are also very popular all around the world. Actually, I've seen that when I worked for the VNL in Brazil last year, how much people like the Japanese team, and I can understand, because it's such an amazing team. They are so polite and great guys, simply great guys. Yeah, Yuki Ishikawa is a good choice.
All right, perfect. Michael, we are in the final minutes of this talk, of a very, very amazing talk. Thank you very much for being here. Can you, all of the people involved in volleyball, we want to see a more powerful volleyball, a more that the arenas go sold out, and more minutes on TV in national transmissions. In your opinion, in your experience, what do you think we, the people of volleyball, has to do to grow more the game? Not to grow the people who practice the game, but to increase the fandom for the game. When you talk about the Super Bowl in American football, I I can imagine that most half of the stadium they don't even know a lot of food American football or play football. I think it's a long-term process. But what do you think we the volleyball people has to do to increase the popularity of the game? Talking about growing crowds.
Uh, I think we are on a good way in volleyball. Because first of all, let's have a look. What is our sport nowadays? I think the big asset of volleyball is it's the only big team sport in the world where the men's competition and the women's competition are at least equal.
Yeah.
Maybe the women's format is even more popular all around the world, and that's very special because you don't have that in football, definitely not in basketball, definitely not in ice hockey. So all the big team sports usually are dominated by men when it comes to popularity and financial impact and so on. In volleyball, that's different. We are the only sport where women's volleyball is really it's really big. So that's a good starting point to grow the sport. I think. Of course, from my point of view, we should not only sell the sport itself, we should also sell the party and the atmosphere, because the atmosphere at volleyball arenas is fantastic. And this concept worked in beach volleyball with some promoters I worked together in the past. This worked pretty well. People were not only coming because of the sport, but they were coming to join a big party. That would be something we can still point out more in the future. But I think we are on a good way. For example, I know from other federations, international federations, they are pretty jealous on our entertainment style in volleyball. They would also love to have a monster block in basketball or in athletics or whatever. So that's the whole stadium does a choreography, and the choreography fits to the sport on the field of play. That's something very special. And I think that's a good base to grow a little bit the volleyball experience and to sell the party. Apart from that, of course, we want to have full arenas. We want to grow the TV experience, the quality of TV productions. But it's difficult. I don't have a master plan how to grow volleyball sport. But I think FIVB and Volleyball World are sometimes people think these are very conservative organizations, but they are absolutely not. They try hard to develop the sport and to help growing the sport. And they are always open to new suggestions to modernize the whole volleyball community, and rules are constantly developing. Our event formats are constantly developing. So I think we are on a good way. Volleyball is great, and the volleyball community is fantastic. The fans all around the world are really. It's amazing. It's amazing to be in volleyball. I really enjoy it.
Now, I do agree with you. I think volleyball is doing very, very nice things. I try to support them from here, from my country, or from my confederation. Although I do agree with you with your answer. Um, uh, Michael, you told me that you want to talk about a question. It's very interesting. There are a lot of different opinions, but well, can we talk about for you which could be your dream team of we can talk about we can start with women's volleyball. um there are a lot of fantastic players, Brazilians, Americans, Cubans, Russians. How can you do you have a dream team of women's volleyball?
I would have a dream team. I mean, in women's volleyball, it's quite easy for me. I would say outside hitters Gabi and Kim Yong Kwang. Middle blockers Thaisa and Eda Erdem. Setter Nutsara. There has to be one Thai player, and Nutsara was a legendary setter, very
Yeah.
skilled, and I just love her. She's a friend of mine. Nutsara has to be in my dream team. Opposite, I would say Paola Egono. Libero, I go back in time. I pick Fabi Alvim from Brazil, who probably is. I mean, Fabi, Monica De Gennaro, and Brenda Castillo are definitely the greatest liberos in history. So yeah,
sure.
But I pick Fabi in this case.
Most of people don't understand the impact of a person like Nutsara in Thailand. She's like a rock star in Thailand, right?
She is.
She's pretty famous.
I wouldn't say a rock star, but she's extremely well known. She's famous. They love her, and they have a massive respect for what she reached in her career. And she's Nutsara is amazing. I mean, she also made her way in stronger leagues like in Turkey. She played in the US in recent 2 seasons, and next season she plays in the Japanese league. She's still here. And she can still do it.
Yeah. And you can name your dream team in men's volleyball.
In men's volleyball, it's more difficult for me. Yeah, because there are so many players on a similar level as we see right now at the World Championships. It's very balanced. Everything in men's volleyball is very balanced. I would say outside hitters, Erwin Engabet, definitely. And Chiba. Middle blockers, Barthélemy Chineniese from France.
Very nice player. I love Chineniese.
Yes, he's great. He's great. I have a very good relationship with the French team. I know them also behind the scenes a little bit, and yeah, he should be in my dream team. Second middle block, I go with Sebastián Solé from Argentina.
Yeah,
also a very good one. Setter, that's really difficult. Many coaches would say now the Checo is the best of all times. I love Bruno, of course, but I would, for my dream team, I would go with Said Marouf.
Oof, the Iranian, amazing. Yeah.
Yes, because for many years I absolutely enjoyed to watch him on the court. Yeah, he was like a magician, and yeah, he's in my dream team.
He changed the game in Iran for sure.
Yeah, definitely, and he's a national hero in Iran. Yeah, he's a national hero. Yeah, Said Marouf, very skilled setter. He would be my setter in my dream team.
Libero and opposite.
Opposite. I would say I pick Bartosz Kurek because he is such a. In recent years, he's simply one of the best, and at most competitions, he was also in the dream team or even MVP. So Bartosz Kurek would be a good choice for opposite, and libero definitely Serginho from Brazil.
Yeah, for sure, Serginho.
Yes. I mean, and Xenia Grebenikov could also be, but yeah, in this case, I go with Serginho.
And who would you put as a head coach of your dream team? Both
for the women's team, definitely say Roberto. I love this man, and I'm very proud that I can call him my friend, and it's always good to have a talk with him. Sometimes I even have long talks with him. he's a legend. Talking to him is like
last year. Last year he was inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I know. Well deserved.
Yeah.
But talking with him is like exploring 50 years of volleyball history. Yeah, he would definitely be my head coach for the women's team. For the men's team, yeah, there are multiple in discussion. I would say Laurent Tilly, maybe Andrea Gianni, Marcelo Mendes. I go with Laurent in this case. Laurent
Marcelo
Tilly.
Mendes, who is quitting the Argentinian team.
Yes, but I mean, fantastic coach. Really, what he achieved is incredible.
Is the most successful coach in the club level, Marcelo Mendes.
Okay, I didn't even know that, but he is really, definitely a guy. Whoever, any big club that is searching a new head coach, Marcelo Mendes would be a go-to guy, definitely.
And I'm pretty sure that the next year he will be in another national team for sure.
Probably.
Michael, let's talk a little about your, it's pretty ironic, but your favorite DJs, talking about the international music stage. Mine, I gotta tell you, mine by far is Offernism. By far, for me, for what represents for me, for what he reflects, his music. I love Offernism. But for you? David Guerra is also amazing for sure.
Yeah. I like Hardwell.
Yeah.
I like Alok from Brazil. So one of the best. Tiesto, Martin Garrix. I met Martin Garrix. He's a funny guy.
Really?
Yeah, I played together with him on the podium of the Formula World Championships, Formula One World Championships. At the last race, it was the season final in Abu Dhabi, 2021. This crazy race between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, and Martin Garrix, of course, he's from the Netherlands. And when Verstappen won the World Championship title in the last round, he went crazy and he said he wants to play on the podium on stage. So I just tried to set up the equipment for him very fast, and yeah, I met him there.
Oh, amazing story.
Yeah.
Michael, we have another question from my very good friend Jose Gil Ramirez from Mexico. He says, in your opinion, which fans from a club or a country have been the most passionate or wild that you have experienced?
In Europe, the most passionate, maybe Turkey. But in general, I would also say the French fans are really on a high level, and I absolutely enjoy to work in France and to play music for French fans, because they, first of all, they are very passionate for sport in general. For football, for volleyball, for basketball, for rugby, for judo. French fans are really absolutely crazy. So yeah, French fans and Italian fans in Europe are very enjoyable, and of course the most crazy ones are in my own country, in Austria, in beach volleyball.
Yeah. Talking about France, we will. I wanna keep talking a little about Erwin Engapet. He maybe is not the most popular guy because he have his own very personality. But talking about volleyball, he's a clutch player. I think he's a future Hall of Famer for sure. He's also a singer. He has of hip hop, a very
he is not a singer. He is a rapper, a French rapper.
Okay.
But he's very talented, and I mean, he's very talented as a player and as a rapper. Uh, as a player, for me, he has been the most enjoyable to watch in the last 10
For
years,
sure.
and I really experienced some very special moments with this guy because I worked at some of his biggest matches in his career. At the World League Finals 2017 in Curitiba, Brazil, where France won the gold medal. I worked at the Olympics 2021 in Tokyo.
Okay.
I worked at the VNL Finals 2022 in Italy, where France won gold, and I worked at the Paris Olympics when France won gold. So my history with the French men's team, and especially with Erwin, is a very long one. And in all these games, in all these big games, he stepped up and showed up in the most decisive moments, and that's the special thing about this player.
He's a
And
clutch player. He's a clutch player.
he's the clutch player, and he's also not shy to risk a lot. Yeah, he's 100% full power, no matter if it's 14-13 in the tie break. He goes all in, and it, it's really great to watch Erwin Engabet. I hope he will play some more years. I don't know. There were some rumors that he will step down from the national team now, but I don't know if
I
that's
have
true.
heard that too.
I don't know if that's true. I didn't evaluate that. I hope we will see him for LA 28
Yeah, right.
because men's volleyball without Erwin Engabet is not imaginable without me.
Yeah, Irving
For me,
for sure. Irving is not the tallest, he's not the strongest, but is the most hard player. He's a clutch player, and I really admire him.
he's an artist. He's a genius, and he's an artist on and off the court. He's really an artist in his second life, but he's also an artist on the court. And we had some funny situations. I can't remember. I think it was in Tokyo. He When he went to serve, I played one of his songs, and he scored an ace. And then I thought, okay, I will keep on playing his song. Maybe he scores a second ace. Yeah, maybe just because he likes it. Yeah, and it was funny for me. And he scored a second ace. Yeah, and then I needed to continue to playing his music. And of course, he realized that. And after the game, he was like, "Hey, thank you so much." It's funny. And yeah, I spent a great time with the French men's national team. I love this team.
Amazing, amazing, great. Um, let's talk a little about. This is a question I enjoy a lot to do to my guests. You have traveled to a lot of places, a lot of countries. Which is your favorite food? And you can say Austrian, please.
Uh, Mexico would be a good choice, actually. I would say Italian, Mexican, or Thai, but difficult. It's hard to beat Italian food, actually.
You know,
When you love good food, Italian is is always a good choice.
well, here in Mexico we have great food.
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, I love Mexican food. I love tacos and guacamole and I I love also some of the best steaks I've ever had. It was in Mexico. Yeah, many people think the steaks are perfect in Argentina, but actually, I think the best steak I had in Mexico so far.
In which city? In Guadalajara?
In Guadalajara, yeah.
Okay. Well, next time you came to Mexico City, we have to meet, Michael.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I would love to work for a volleyball event in Mexico. I hope one day that will happen.
Okay. We have another question from my Jose Gil Ramirez from Mexico. Would you rather have been a DJ or a pro player if you had the choice?
A DJ, a DJ. I love my job, and I'm a sports fan. I'm a big sports fan. It's a big part of my life, and I'm a musician and I'm a DJ, and to combine these two things is like living a dream. And I know that it's a big privilege that I'm able to make a living from this combination. But I would definitely not change anything. I want to be a sports DJ. Yes.
And for sure, as a sporting DJ, you will have a more long-lasting life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Probably as a player, I would have already retired. Yeah.
Michael, it's an honor to have you here. I'm very, very glad to have you after all these years. But well, this is the perfect time to have you here in the show. I really, really enjoy it. So I don't know if you can add some things or send a message for the Brazilians, for the Thai people, for the Austrian people.
My message is very simple. Please enjoy volleyball. Come to any match in your area. Support this great sport. Support your local team or your national team. And if you don't know volleyball or have never been at a volleyball event, you will be surprised how great the atmosphere is there and what a spectacle on the court this sport is to watch.
Michael, regarding that, let me tell you something. I don't know any people who have never been in a volleyball match that goes for a high-level volleyball match and hate them.
Yeah, yeah,
everybody,
it was.
Yeah, everybody.
I could also.
This is
I
amazing.
could also.
This is an amazing sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I could also see that in Paris at the Olympics. There were, I mean, it was a huge arena, 12,500 seats, I think. And every day, of course, there were also a lot of people who are not very familiar with volleyball. Of course, for Volleyball Nations League or for Champions League, you have a volleyball attendance. Yeah, these are most of the time experts who know the sport. But at Olympics, it's different. There are many people who just want to attend any Olympic event, and they are really very surprised and overwhelmed about the sport and the atmosphere. And the goal has to be that we bring more people who don't know volleyball so far. We bring more people to the arenas.
Yeah, that's our goal of volleyball people. Let me tell you, in 3 more weeks, I will be in the induction ceremony in the International Volleyball Hall of Fame in Holyoke. I hope to talk and make a podcast with Lara Ludwig, especially with Jorgen Wagner, with Ken Steffes for sure. Ken Steffes has been in my show 4 or 5 times. He's a very nice guy. Hope to see you there, maybe in the future. It's confirmed.
I would love to see this induction ceremony. Yeah. It's one day I will be there.
For sure. It's confirmed that there will be in the ceremony for the first time Fabio Acevedo. I mean, for the first time, the president of ABB, in this case, Fabio Acevedo. Hugh McCutcheon, the general secretary, will be there also. And Cristobal Marta, the president of Norseca and the first executive vice president of FABB. There will be in the Hall of Fame. I hope that this can be the beginning of a very long relationship between FIVB and the International Volleyball Hall of Fame.
I wish you all the best. Good luck, because I think it's very important that we have something like a big International Volleyball Hall of Fame. That's a really good project, a great project. It's, you know, in other sports like American football, it's a big thing. Who will be in the Hall of Fame? And it also has to grow in volleyball. I want the International Volleyball Hall of Fame that they play a big role in the future. Would be nice.
How you can join us in the future?
I also hope. I also hope.
Okay, Michael, thanks a lot again, and we will be in touch for sure. And I hope to see you in some time in a volleyball court.
Yes, hopefully in Mexico.
Just one more thing, 2 more things. Today, FIBB announced that 2027 Women World Championships will be held very close here in USA and Canada.
Yes, I know.
And the men's 2027 will be
in Poland and 29 in Qatar. Yeah,
Yeah, in Poland and Qatar. Poland again, and Qatar will be very interesting. Qatar.
definitely. I'm I don't know a lot about which stadium they will have and so on, but I think it will be challenging to promote the event that all the stadiums will be full, all the arenas will be full. But of course, I mean, it's also important to grow the game there in the Middle East region. Um, about Poland, it's quite logical that there are many events because volleyball is a big thing in Poland, and the TV channel Polsat Sport, they promote volleyball in a way that is really big, very big. Um, so from time to time, big events will always be hosted in Poland. That's the case in volleyball. Um, for for the women, it's the next World Championship. I think it's a great preparation for the LA Olympics. So it's a logical choice that we go to North America with the Women's World Championships. It makes sense, and I'm pretty sure it will be a good step to prepare for 2028, and it will also be an opportunity to get volleyball fans used to our entertainment style and so on. So
Mm.
it's a good choice to do the next World Championships in USA and Canada.
Yeah, in that event, the final round of the final matches will be held in the Honda Arena. I think
Yes,
it's like an Olympic test for them.
yes, it's a test event, of course. Yeah, yeah, it will be a test event for the Olympics. Honda Arena in Anaheim is also the venue for volleyball at the LA Olympics.
Yeah, and Michael, one last question. Are you attending the beach volleyball world championships in Australia?
No, no, I
No.
will not be there. I will not be there. My next projects are in basketball and in tennis. I go to Hong Kong soon for tennis, and to London, but no, I will not be in Australia.
Okay, well, Michael, I hope to you have enjoyed the podcast, and I will love to have you again in the future here.
Of course, always, whenever you want. It
Okay,
was great to be here.
Michael, saludos desde México.
Gracias, muchas gracias, and yeah, it's already very late. Buenas noches.
Okay, almost midnight there, right?
Pardon? Yeah, it's almost
Almost
midnight
midnight.
in Vienna. Yeah, it's almost
Okay,
midnight.
well, thanks again, Michael.